Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How you doing? I got all my makeup stuff here. I do my Instagram reel. I just put my makeup stuff under my desk to clear it off. But by the time I get ready for production, I gotta move the stuff over. Anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How y'all doing? How's it going? I would say a long time no tarot, but I think I've been doing these tarot card readings a little bit more up to date than my chit chat videos. It is around 7:20 p.m., which is interesting because that's at the time when I was born. I was born at 7:15 p.m. in the evening. You can't really say afternoon, maybe 5 o'clock's afternoon, maybe 6 o'clock's afternoon, but 7:19 p.m., that's evening, right? Maybe not. Maybe it depends when you start your day. Anyway, with that being said, welcome to me and Tarot Card Puppet Binges. Trying to do weekly tarot card readings and drawings. I got my little sketchbook, pencils. So, welcome. I've been doing the Crow Tarot. So I said, you know what, why don't we just do the Crow Tarot, since that's what I've been doing for my personal tarot card readings every morning. And we can go ahead and do the Crow Tarot spread. That's what I decided. That's what I said before I went running. So I would run, today's July 5th. I don't know when you're watching this video, but when I'm making this video, it's July 5th. I'm very hot. My makeup, what do you call it? Theme? Overture? Is barely there. Now that I think about it, I could have put a bear in my Instagram reel. But anyway, it's so hot here in San Antonio, Texas. I see on the news that there is a heat wave across the United States. So, zero foundation, just moisture, a little moisturize, coconut oil, jojoba oil, eyebrow pencil and highlight, and that's it. So I got a little tan because I've been running. But yeah, it is evening, late afternoon. A welcome. I don't have a candle going, but Banjo and I saged the other day. I think it was like 2 days ago. Sorry, smudged. We smudged. It was the wooden stick. I like the look of the sage stick. I really do. I put like a little feather in it, and it's like tied up. It's got a little like yarn or string. But this is my mom's house, and it is way too much smoke. So, this very pleasant wood smudge we did yesterday, or no, 2 days ago, Banjo, huh? I celebrated the 4th of July. Kimmy stopped by, and we there's a little bird out there with a worm. I would show y'all, but as soon as I turn the camera, it's gonna go away. It's like a little finch or sparrow bird. Anyway, my mom and my sister Tracy, they watched the fireworks last night. I did not. But we all had family time. And this morning, Benjo. We all had family time this morning, and it was so nice. We went to Costco. I felt conflicted at Costco. So this tastes really great. I'm just really terrible at rationing things. So I'm gonna get this. Oh no, Tracy has decided. One second. Okay. What was I talking about? Oh, Costco. So Costco was successful. My only problem was I said, I don't see how I'm gonna ration all this stuff. You go to Costco so you can be like, I'm gonna have stuff for like 3 months or whatever. So I don't see how that's gonna happen. This rationing issue. But I think it's just a personal problem, obviously. So anyway, we went for a run, did a little bit of yoga, made some coffee. I can drink coffee any time of day, it really doesn't matter. So yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get started. Not really a theme for the tarot card reading, but a nice little chit chat. Okay. I hope you don't mind the Crow Tarot. I saw it, what was it? Barnes and Nobles. That they have a tattoo tarot. Oh my god. I wonder if that's going to be my next tarot card deck. Okay. So we can go ahead and get started. This little succulent coaster. To be honest, I kind of figured this a Crow Tarot spread and a Crow Tarot would be fine. So you know what, I don't know if we really need like a theme or this kind of moment of space of contemplation. If you want to share what you've been doing this past weekend, and by all means, or what you've been doing in the summer, if it's hot, yeah, hot summers. Then by all means, feel free to enter into the conversation. Benjo. I've just been drinking a lot of water. That's one way I keep cool. So I guess we got a lot of mix of got a bit of temperance going on. We got the solar, the fire, the sun, and then the water. A lot of intensity. No air or earth element. I'm trying to run in the shade. The trees, obviously the pentacle. My sister Kimmy, she's been gardening a lot. It's actually like a lot of work, like a workout and stuff. When I stay at her house, so she asked me to like attend to her garden, make sure the plants don't starve. It's actually kind of a harder work. Kind of raises the heart rate. But I think when you work with like the soil and the dirt and stuff like that, it's like cooling. A cooling process. Thermodynamics. Okay, tarot card Papa Benji, you ready? You gonna give everybody a card? Okay, he wants to give y'all a card. Then from the top, he says middle. Oh, he's got the High Priestess today. Yay, Benjo. So I guess this would be kind of the cooling. You have the heating and the cooling. A very positive card for us, Benjo. The High Priestess is connection with it. The High Priestess is very similar with the Magician, especially upper right. There's kind of a connection to the spiritual realm, the spiritual world, the spirits around us, which I guess is a very personal, individual thing. How about you? Kind of individualized. But Benjo chose this tarot card. Papa Benjo chose this card for us. So for y'all. The High Priestess. I really like the High Priestess and the Cat Tarot. Maybe I should do the Cat Tarot sometime soon. And my, would have matched this shirt. But anyway, we're doing the card tarot. Okay. The High Priestess signifies a bit of mystery, knowledge, and knowledge too. The High Priestess is a water element, so definitely the cooling process in the heat of summer. I don't know why recently I've been using the term is it dead dog days of summer, dog days of summer a lot. Anyway, this is a very positive card, very in tune with the universe and the spirits and stuff like that, which is very interesting as far as if we're going to have a theme. I guess it's going to be thermodynamics. This kind of process of heating and cooling situation going on. So, now that I think about it, I do have a lava rock here. It's just a black rock. It looks like it's a bit porous, or I don't know, not smooth. Benjo, where's your toys? Where's your toys? Go get your toys. Okay, so this is that pay attention. Because Benjo, 1 second. Okay, I'm paying attention to Benjo. Benjo, give me the High Priestess card to pay attention to him. Oh, Benjo. Anyway, so the High Priestess card is a divine knowledge and stuff like that. The High Priestess is here with answers. So if you have any questions, you need to pay attention. And if you have any questions, the High Priestess is here ready to answer them. And she's ready to deliver the answers you seek through dreams and symbols. Okay, Benjo, that was a really good card for us. Finally. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to get started. I kind of just ramble on. I guess I won't think too much of it. This is going to be two-parter. That's okay with y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and see our heart energy. The Hermit reversed. This is very interesting. The Hermit card is a very, very pleasant. I think this is interesting considering this is an earth element, but it's in the snow. So obviously we have this, I guess maybe compounded, this kind of double cooling energy going on. I forget the Hermit reverse. The Hermit upright is very, very pleasant. But as far as our heart energy, it's usually something quite permanent, immovable, unchangeable. You know, in a sense, life is alive. But it could also be something that has grabbed a hold of your heart energy. And that would be temporary. I'm thinking maybe there might be a bit unsuccess if there's something trying to take a hold of our heart energy. So there might be this temporary stuff going on. But I think our permanent energy is the Hermit. But maybe there's been some unsuccess with this kind of temporary aim at our heart energy, and that's why our Hermit is reversed today. But we have two major contact cards, so that's nice. The Hermit is meditation, time alone, enlightenment, and wisdom. This one is very interesting. The Hermit upright is very positive, and the Hermit reversed is a little bit more worrisome. It says upright, this Hermit has retreated to a place of meditation and wisdom, and usually in the tarot cards there's this kind of like a guiding light in this kind of like dark kind of space, which I think really matches with the High Priestess. But this Hermit is kind of like a place or a location or mindset. And very, very positive and stuff like that. Reverse though is kind of the other end of the scale. There is this place that you have, but instead of going there for enrichment, you've gone there for isolation, and maybe even perhaps to escape day-to-day tasks, which is usually the Two of Pentacles. in the Minor Arcana deck. Um, but nonetheless, this is a Major Arcana deck card, so I think this is a very interesting to get this card for our heart energy. Um, it says maybe feeling isolated or self-absorbed. I think that is a very interesting for the creator of the deck to put that there. Um, the Magician reversed is using the spiritual realm for greedy purposes. And I think the High Priestess and the Magician card are very similar, even though the Magician is an air element and the High Priestess is a water element. But this kind of use of all the suits, the air, the water, the fire, and the earth suits or elements are present with both the Magician and the High Priestess. So this self-absorption, I think, is very interesting. I really want to use it in a very positive way. I think, and I want to do so because this is a very interesting, first, a Major Arcana deck. You have the Minor Arcana deck with the 4 seats, and then you have the Major Arcana deck with, I think it's 21 cards. Yeah, it's 21 cards. And so I think it kind of gives this air about kind of this is opportunity. I hate to say opportunity because it's trying to take a hold of our heart energy, but this is I guess I'm going to use opportunity. I don't know. Opportunity, not just for ourselves, but maybe people that we don't necessarily get along with or don't like for whatever reason. So I think maybe this self-absorbed is really interesting, especially for the Hermit. Some people might not like themselves, right? Some people, and it'd be very not processed. Benjo. So I really think it's very interesting and unique as far as a tarot card, a reader and creator of the deck to use a self-absorbed term, especially considering the imagery of the card, right? Because I don't know if you know this, but when it snows, everything gets quieter. It could be because there's so less traffic, less hustle and bustle outside. People don't want to, be going around in the snow. But here, whenever it says snow, not very often, very infrequent, things are very, very quiet. And it's kind of like, really like this Hermit card. So, yeah, I think this self-absorbed part is probably an indicator of this kind of energy or environment that for some reason has had the avenue or lane to go for our heart energies. But for us, we have this Hermit, and I think, like I said, it is our permanent heart energy, but it's just a bit reversed and just a bit, I guess, a self-soothing. I hate to say that, but it seems not connected, right, with things. But yeah, this kind of retreat and escape is very interesting, and maybe some people don't have the ability to do that. So anyway, let's go ahead and see our present as a platform for the future. This is really great. We have the Six of Pentacles. Again, another cooling element. We have the snow, and now we have the ocean. This is about karma. The Six of Pentacles upright is very pleasant. You've done good things, and presently, and putting in a really good energy and vibes for our karmic wheel and whatever the future may bring. The little fish, right? You got the little crows and the fish. And I think this is really interesting. You have the scales of justice here, and it's the Six of Pentacles. The Pentacles is the suit that I think it's fire, water, air, and then Pentacles. And I think Pentacles really highlights or stresses this concept of it's not just the luck of the draw, you know, whether that luck be money, opportunity, or whatever. The Suit of Pentacles really stresses this working your way up the ladder type situation. So yeah, we have a really, really positive present. And a lot of this water with another, with the earth element, I guess. So let's see something helping us or holding us back. The King of Cups upright. This is really great. So here we have the Suit of Cups, and we have the highest you can get, the King. But if you want to say the highest you can get is the Queen and King, that's fine too. I would not disagree with you. But there are a bit of differences between the two as far as the description and the meaning of the cards. The reverse King of Cups is really, really negative. With water is to loves, feelings, dreams, emotions, and all that. And so when you get to the top, it's the possibility of going negative. So I'm really happy that this is upright. You have a Zen Master. You have the ability to, or our advice is going to be something that's really good at navigating in a very peaceful, graceful way the really turbulent waters. That's why this King of Cups is his Zen Master. And there's a little fish on his necklace, in case you're wondering. So very, very positive reading so far. This is great. And I'm really happy with this advice here. I think whatever's trying to take a hold of our heart energy temporarily, but is unsuccessful at it, but for some reason we're still kind of have to make moves or affected by it. We have it's really great to get this King of Cups as our something helping us. So let's see our hopes and fears. Hopes or fears? Uh-oh, this is our fear. We don't hope for this card. This is definitely a fear. The Devil card reversed, and this is very interesting. A very intense, dramatic imagery here. You've got the ram head, which you also see here in this deck with the Emperor. This is another major arcana deck card, the Devil. And I think it's fire, but I'm going to have to double check. But you see the ram head here, and you also see that with the Emperor card. If you're wondering, with the Dragon Tarot, I'm a little bit more hesitant with the Empress. I'm a little bit more kind of lax and lenient with this Empress card here in the Crow Tarot. But anyway, this is a Devil card, very dramatic imagery. The Emperor card is masculine, solar, fire, action. and stuff, leadership and stuff like that. Um, I'm just saying, you have a little songbird here, chained to either to his rock or the rock or the foot. It's kind of hard to tell. But very vibrant colors. If I wouldn't know any better, I would say this might be a Taurus. A Taurus is an earth element as far as the zodiac sign goes. I would say this might be Taurian vibes going on, because of the blood, that's earth, and because of this, all these colors, I guess. This red and orange, not usually associated with the earth or pentacle element, but for some reason I'm really getting this. Taurians are really down to earth, and sometimes they can be stubborn. It's kind of like what they're known for. Taurus the bull. But anyway, we got this card reversed today. I would say, again, unlike the Dragon Tarot, this card is really bad. And very interesting, we get it for the head of the crow. Usually the head is an air element, is an indicator of an air element, but dealing with bad stuff. What does it matter if the devil card is upright or reversed? I guess maybe it doesn't matter much. But I would say the difference between the upright and reversed is the upright is a little bit more able to get away with stuff because of this kind of glamorizing the situation of violence, addiction, and stuff like that. When I say addiction, I really, in my head and how I interpret these cards, you may have a different interpretation, obviously. But as your tarot card reader, I really look at this addiction as more with a water element, with people and relationships, instead of certain substances, even though the devil card can represent substance abuse. But as your tarot card reader, I'm just letting you know, when I say addiction, I mean like with people and emotions and relationships and stuff. A little bit more social. But the upright is, I would say, worse, because these things are glamorized, and the reversed is all of that is there, but you kind of see things for what they are. It's not this painting a pretty picture for something really bad and negative. This reversed is people can see. There's not this let me read the description. I'm trying to find the word. His presence gave me cold and dark. It just says no longer blinded by materialism, I guess. So yeah. Very much not good. We don't have this success of this. We have our permanent heart energy, and this we don't have to worry about something, this temporary heart energy. But our hope, our fear, is the reversed devil card, and it's not good. The creator with the deck is a little bit more positive with it. It's about something a little bit more inward, And I see this devil card as something a little bit more outward, something that's entering our space or your space, and we need to be hyper aware of that. The creator of this deck says it talks about succumbing to the temptations of the devil, and needing to be freed from the shackles. We're the little songbird that's chained to his foot or the rock. I can't tell. Anyway, let's hear grounding energy. The Two of Cups, very positive. This could represent a business relationship, but more often than not, this is a romantic love relationship. I say love relationship, it's the Two of Cups. There's no mistaking that. So, well, is this love or not? Is this? It is. So, you have the snake, the lion head, the wings, the pink lotus. You got everything there. It's love. Our grounding energy is our love relationship. And if you don't happen to be in a relationship right now, I don't want you to feel bad about it, but probably your future relationship, your future love relationship is your grounding energy, which I think is going to be fine. You shouldn't feel so... you have this Hermit card, so I think if you're not in a relationship or whatever, don't worry about this grounding energy, especially after getting this Devil card. This is especially upright, is always a positive. So if you're not in a relationship and here we are with the Two of Cups, it's completely fine. Okay, it's always has something positive, upright, and does apply to you too. Our past, the Queen of Pentacles. This is interesting. Oh, I forgot to see what element the Devil card was. Oh, the earth element. Okay. So yeah, we have a really interesting play on this water and earth element situation, which I would say is a lot of cooling in our little thermodynamics theme. The Queen of Pentacles is really positive for our past, whether we've had an excellent, perfect past or not. We've certainly extracted all of the benefits from whatever our experience in our past is. She represents a love and security. She's very kind and compassionate, but again, very protective. Yeah, security and balance. Yeah, so very, very positive. This is really great. I'm really glad we're getting all these positive cards. Quite a bit like what? With this, our fear for the head of the crow. But with that being said, sometimes we meet our challenges, right?